Hello everyone, Kredex here, and welcome back to Cosmoteer, Ship Architect. So, we have played quite a bit since last video. It started to feel like every minute was the same, and it was for a while. Kind of just grinding through, defeating enemy ships, turning in contracts. What I went ahead and did, this was our first one, I 100%ed that system. Came here to Vasulo, which was pretty much the same difficulty. The pirate bases are all the same. And so I roughly 75%ed this system, and then I flew here. Similarly, kind of 75%ed that. Just took all the basic contracts, defeated all the pirate bases. And then I came here, and I thought, okay, 2 more levels of difficulty should be a good upgrade. But what I found is that the pirate bases were still the same, and I'd already maxed out my fame from these pirate bases, and so they're really, like, a few of the basic ship bounties were a little bit higher level, but it wasn't really much more difficult. So I decided to jump straight to the 7 to 9 system, where the danger level is much higher, and that's where we've been. Also, clearly I've got some new stuff going on here. So first I'll explain the barge. I decided I was tired of selling things to stations and then repurchasing them because I was wasting money. Things like enriched uranium or processors. So I just built a giant barge that sits by the station, and I give it all my resources, and it also has the, what are they called? Like the resource processing rooms. So it can make coils out of copper, and then it can make hypercoils out of copper and coils. And then it can make processors out of coils and gold. And I had to pay for all these blueprints, but that's it. And then we can do steel from iron. And we can do tri-steel from tritanium. We can do enriched uranium from just regular uranium. And diamonds from carbon. It's like 20 carbon per diamond, I think. Yeah. And then processors are 5 coils and 3 gold. And then finally, high explosive missiles, iron and sulfur can make missile parts. And so that way I can just throw some iron and sulfur in here and get missile parts, so I don't need to buy them from a station. I would have been happy to buy them from a station, it's just that stations don't always have them. And so I wanted to make sure I always had a supply, because I did put a missile launcher on my main ship. So yeah, there you go. And the barge, that way I just drop everything off. Once in a while I'll sell steel, because we always end up having way too much steel. You get a ton of steel from every ship you blow up. And I even had to sell a bunch of hypercoils and coils at one point, because I've also mined copper. You know, if I see a copper asteroid that's pretty big, I'll just mine it and then return it. So, on to the current ship I've been flying with. I decided I wanted to do some ion beams, and ion beams are pretty cool because you can direct one prism into the next, and these all combine into one beam. So we've got 2 triples going here, and you can see the prism describes kind of how much damage will fall off. And I'm not 1,000,000% sure, you know, like, which numbers we're getting. I think what's happening is we're getting 56% of this damage because it's the 3rd beam. We're getting 75% of this, and then we're getting 100% of this one. I don't know if we get less than 100% of this one because it's turning a corner. Like, I don't know exactly how that works, but I should be getting roughly somewhere around 225% of one ion beam's damage, which is quite a bit, anywhere between 2,500 and 1,750. And so we're getting somewhere around 5,000 DPS from each of these, which is about 10k DPS, which, if you look, we had 6 of these before, which is also about 10k DPS. So similar DPS to our laser blasters, but it's far more protected, right? With the laser blasters, I needed 6 wide to be available in the front of the ship. With these, I only need 4, right? So, I mean, it was 3 times wider to have the 6 laser blasters. And so now I can protect the front of the ship with armor. I also dove into the large shield generators, which are 3 times the health and way bigger. So you can see that area is a full half circle almost. It says 160 degrees for the shield arc versus 90. And you can just see it's much larger area. You know, this only reaches to about the middle of the prisms, whereas this reaches, you know, twice as far. Does it say the shield range, actually? Shield distance 11.5. Yeah, there you go. Double the distance away with a much bigger arc. So there you go. Very useful, and they have a bigger power capacity, so more, you know, power things can be delivered, which kind of means you get more lag time. So even if the enemy's dealing quite a bit of DPS that would have destroyed a small shield, you guys will have time to resupply with batteries the large shield. And you can see here the coverage. We kind of have double coverage over the ion beams, which is exactly what I wanted if we're fighting another ship head on. And then single coverage for the rest of the front of the ship. And we even have some small shields covering the corners, because what I really don't want is weapons fire coming in from the side and destroying these reactor cores, obviously. Reactor cores are extremely important. And then I have double coverage for the shield reactor itself, so that we can cover it before it gets destroyed. And then this also covers, you know, the reactor core again from front middle fire, as well as the back side of the prisms here, or the ion beams. So decent coverage all around. I do have mining lasers near the front just so they can access asteroids. I'm not sure, I don't love how they're in the way of military gear. So if we were gonna really make this ship full military, I would probably replace this mining laser with another shield, or potentially point defense, or even a flak battery. It's a little big, but... and then I also really liked disruptors. I noticed how effective they were against me, so I decided against shielded enemies, adding some disruptors are gonna be super handy. They just do so much damage versus shields. Look at that. 4,500 a second versus shields. And they even penetrate through shields if there's only one shield layer. I think. At least I think that's how that works. So pretty effective at taking down shields. Much more effective than one gunner's worth. You know, really for any weapon, they're like 2 or 3 or 4 times as effective against shields for the same amount of power and staff or crew, whatever they're called. Okay, so that's kind of the front half of the ship. Oh, and then point defense, obviously, to defend against missiles and other things. I think they can fire against cannon shots too, but I don't know if they ever really succeed in taking out cannon shots. Cannon shots move pretty quick. But it does say missiles and projectiles. So, in any case, that's the front of the ship. Obviously, some point defense faces forwards to take out anything in this region. They don't have a huge firing arc. So anything coming in from the side over here needs these sideways point defenses. And I even have one facing this way, because sometimes missiles fire out and then they come back and then they turn around and they start catching up. And so these can help out. So really, these are just for failsafe. I probably should have some on the back, but I don't, because I kind of ignored the back of the ship. What to talk about next? Missile launchers, I guess. Missiles launch out pretty fast in the direction they're pointed, so they have plenty of space to clear the ship and then start firing towards where they want to go. In fact, they often, when ships are flying towards each other, the missiles will fly out and often miss because the enemy's flying towards me, and so they're kind of tracking towards the enemy, but because of inertia, they can't turn fast enough, and they'll go out and then catch up and slam into the back of the enemy ship, which is pretty useful sometimes. Once or twice, it's actually destroyed their cockpit from behind, which is sweet. And then the missile ammo is in storage rooms, which I have designated to be specifically for high explosive missile parts. Originally, I just had the 40, and that's just not enough missiles. Each missile is 4. So that was 3 missiles in the tank, plus enough for 10 more, and I just didn't feel like that was enough, so here's enough for 15 more. So that's a total of 25 extra missiles per side, plus 3 loaded in, makes for 28 missiles per side before I have to go get more missile parts. I don't have a missile part maker on the ship, because I tend to warp back to here pick up more from the barge. Otherwise, I could just have one on the ship and mine a little bit of iron and sulfur here and there to get a bunch of missile parts, but I decided to not go with that route. I have no special crew roles, which probably makes the ship less efficient, but I just haven't really felt like I understand a good way to do that. Haven't decorated the ship, and let's keep moving. Obviously, there's a lot of crew quarters here. I was able to fit the hyperdrives in a central area, which seems to work pretty well for hyperdrive efficiency. Obviously, control room and sensors in the middle because they're 3 wide and I only need 1 of them, so that leaves a little bit of extra gap here. Was able to fit a fire extinguisher here and here. A little bit of extra crew near the front, which I think is useful for having some dudes to restock power in this little front quadrant. It's also not perfectly efficient. They can't get to this ion beam except by going through this one, so it takes them a little bit to get there. So that's not peak efficiency, but it seems to work okay. Finally, we've got the engines, and I wanted to use engine rooms, which I don't think we did in previous episodes, because they increase power of adjacent thrusters by 50%, which is a huge bonus. You know, that's like having free thrusters. And it also means that power is delivered to the engine room rather than the individual thrusters. So I actually can remove these doors. Must have forgotten about those. So all the crew has to do is deliver power directly into the engine room. And then all of these are automatically supplied. And we do need a crew. We need 2 crew for each engine room, but I think it saves 2 crew worth of delivering batteries to places. And you can also see that we can have the thrusters inside the ship as long as we build the other parts far enough away, which is what I've done. And that actually works pretty well, because then it means your engines aren't exposed. This is a pretty slow ship. I've added more onto it since the original design, and it's gotten a little fat and heavy. And I wanted at least 1 layer of armor around the back, so that if stray ships fly in, I don't just immediately lose a storage room full of, you know, expensive loot. Obviously, lots of storage bays just to be able to store all of the spoils of war, and that's pretty much the whole ship. So I do want to build a railgun ship at some point. Railguns, you build the launcher, and then you need accelerators behind it, and they show you kind of the sum total of their effect. So, for example, this mini gives plus 106% to the velocity, damage, and penetration depth. So it also increases range, doesn't it? I thought it did. Yeah, damage, penetration, range, projectile speed, and power usage are increased with each accelerator. So the damage at base is 10,000 in one shot, which is quite crazy, with 15 meters of penetration. So even with just this many accelerators, we're already up to 20k damage, 30 meters of penetration. I'm not sure if the range has the same scale. I think it is. Damage, penetration, range, and speed. Yeah. So that gets us to the max 600 meter range, which is pretty awesome. And then obviously the speed is crazy. You know, that's 720 meters per second at a range of 600 meters. So it, between firing and the shot landing, it's under 1 second. And then it uses quite a bit of power because each accelerator uses power per shot. But you can get 4 shots in before any of them need to be recharged. And if the enemy's not dead after 4 of your railgun shots, probably doing something wrong. So, and then you put the loader at the back. So that's kind of the shortest I would want to go. And my thought would be to have 2 of them next to each other in the middle of the ship. The other option would be to have 2 of them with a gap in the middle, so we could have a total of 4 railguns, which feels maybe a little bit like overkill, but it'd be fun to try. They are very expensive, so I need to save up a bunch of hypercoils. You can see they need hypercoils and also tri-steel for all of the pieces. So I'm going to try to save up some hypercoils and tri-steel to get railguns going. And then there's also deck cannons, which are a new part since I played the game last, before the campaign mode. And they actually fire... they're mounted on top of the ship. So you don't... what am I trying to say? Like, you could put them right here. They don't need to be on the edge of the ship, which is really cool. And they do quite a bit of DPS, 6,000 a second DPS. You know, they're massive. What is that, 4x5? They're a very large room. And they need 4 crew. But you don't have to, you know, have weapons on the exposed outside of your ship. So you could just build an armored, shielded tank with a bunch of deck cannons in the middle and just fly it close to the enemy and destroy them. So that's also something I'd like to try at some point. Flak batteries are also pretty decent. They do quite a bit of damage. 4 shots a second. Range of 150 meters and quite a bit of DPS. So flak batteries aren't bad. They also shoot down missiles, lasers, and projectiles. So you can even destroy their lasers. I've never really used them, but anyway, I'll stop talking at you guys and let's go destroy some enemy ships. We are still in the thick of this area. I've fought quite a few, but there's still a lot left to fight. I haven't even found the second station yet, so I can show you what Eagle 1 can do here, which is what I named it. And yeah, we'll destroy some enemy ships and do all sorts of fun stuff. Obviously, the new higher level ships have a lot more weapons on them. This is not an enemy one, but you can see it has a lot of disruptors, a couple heavy lasers, actually shields, so they don't just go down in half a second. So let's see what we got. Renegade Pack, that's usually a bunch of smaller enemies. So that should be easy enough. Oh, there's a lot of them though. Oh, that's a Pirate Hunter one. But these are going to be, oh my gosh, level 1s. Okay, yeah, I can defeat that easily enough. That'll just melt. Okay, so I'll slow it down so you guys can see. I have it set to go into disruptor range by default, but I can stay further back if I just want the ion prisms to fire. Ion cannons. Alright, so you saw the missiles already launched out the side here. And so those will be flying in. And there's the... And it's dead. Didn't even get anything else. Okay, here's a level 5. We'll fight you next. Go ahead and take out the cannons. There we go. Oh, the missile ran into the other ship. Oh no! Interference! Oh, taking out valuable salvage. I'm just gonna go straight for the cockpit there. And then the other ship is a 1, and the other one's behind me, which I don't love. Thankfully, I have some armor back there to soak up basic shots. Okay, trying to get to the cockpit of that one. I don't know where the missiles are. Did we fire missiles? Oh. Yeah, we really don't have enough crew. I don't know if you noticed earlier, but the recommended crew was well past the amount we have. So, we need to, well, defeat some more high-level enemies to get our fame up. And it looks like they were able to do some damage, but not enough. It's just, you know, 2 level 1 lasers, so I'm not too worried about it. And we'll just melt through these guys and call it a day. Kaboom, and just go for the cockpit on that one. And kaboom. Okay, that's it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So we'll go ahead and salvage everything, repair. Only 26 steel needed for repairs. These big shields are awesome. They do a much better job of protecting the ship. We'll get the mining lasers facing. They help with the actual parts. I don't pick up ammo because it sells for nothing. Alright. Got some good coils and hypercoils. I always hold on to the steel, just because I have enough storage now that I don't really mind. It sells decently when you have a lot of it. And as you can tell, I've built up a decent amount of money over time. Let's see if we can get this pirate. My speed is pretty crap still, but should be fast enough. Oh, sweet. It's 18 fame for defeating him. This guy's got 2 missile launchers on each side, which is going to be pretty rough. Thankfully, we have our point defenses, so... Oh, wow. Oh, he's fighting an enemy. Nice. A level 9. Holy crap. I wouldn't want to fight that. I don't even know if our shields could withstand that much punishment, but because we happen to be fighting the enemy at the same time, sucks to be him. Now he's firing at us. Point defenses got most of those missiles before they even got here. Fame level up. Cool. I guess it gave me credit for that. Happily accept the allies' help. And we will collect our due payment of loot. Oh. An enemy coming this way. Don't mind if I do. A bastion. Okay, you've got EMP missiles, which... flat cannons, and a lot of armor. How to take you apart? How does this operate on only one reactor core? I guess these don't take power. So the power's only for the engines. Okay, well we're gonna take out the engines, or the cannons first. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can see if the flat cannons are doing their job. Looks like somewhat. Okay, keep going for the cannons here. We lost a shield. Come on, get that shield back up. Oh, the mining lasers started shooting. Maybe I need to make... Is the mining laser being staffed? Yeah, see, I need to make sure... Because other things are not being staffed. So... I think I need a... Oh, crap. Shield generators now. Oh, what? We lost that shield generator? How did that happen? Penetration of cannons, I guess. That's scary. That's very scary. Oh, destroy it, destroy it. Okay, shield's back up, thank goodness. And I think those big shields can handle. Hopefully. Oh, can you not see flak? Is flak instant? I don't actually know. Rate of fire, range, damage. Doesn't it show projectile speed somewhere? Speed, yeah. This, oh, speed, infinity meters per second. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. That's why they can shoot down lasers. Uh-oh, here come more EMPs. Almost to the cockpit. Okay. There we go. Now we got them. Split it in half. Okay, well that did some real damage. Which is pretty rare. but the EMP missiles took down the shield, and then the cannons had enough penetration to get through and threaten that reactor core. That could have been bad. Go ahead and repair. And then I will salvage all that I can. Okay. Check. And now we'll fight this guy. Hopefully not the same thing, because that wasn't all that easy. Alright, what do we got? Another onset. Oh, no, that's different. This guy has a lot of missiles and nothing else. Problem being a ton of, like, buildings. I don't know why I call these buildings, but storage bays, armor, missile launchers. You have to carve through a lot if you're doing a frontal assault, so I'm gonna see if we can get around to the side of him. I don't know if he's gonna be able to turn very well. I guess we'll see. But we'll try it. And we have a decent amount of point defense, so that helps. Let's see how many our point defense can take out. So they fire 6. And we took out 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh! What the heck? How did we do so much damage? I missed something. Maybe the missiles. Maybe my missiles got him. I really wasn't paying attention, apparently. Wow. But somehow we split the whole thing in half. Or maybe we just split through the middle with the ion cannons? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. But I need a little bit more storage. I don't have to do this quite as often these days, but once in a while. Oh. I think it used the resources floating in space to complete the construction. So yeah, once I get full, I just hyper jump back to the barge. And then we go ahead and transfer resources to the barge. I give it all but 40 Hyperium. I need to grab 224, I think. Or is it 226? Oh crap, I can't remember. I think it's 224. Missile parts. I like to have 2,000 stocked up. We're always getting more steel, so it's not that big of a deal. I give it all of the rest. Sulfur, though, also just keep that at 100 for making missile parts. And I turned off, by the way, the iron to steel smelter, just because I always find enough steel as it is, and so I just keep the iron for missile parts. So then that will all get transferred properly. Let's see if I did the right number, because that's 40 plus 60 is 100, and then 12. 112 times 2 is 224. So yeah, that's good. And then I sell the rest to the station. The station got attacked, by the way. You can see that it's all jacked up. And one game feature that I think would be really cool is if stations repaired themselves. Clearly they don't do that. It's been a while. Danger level 7, I have gotten up to the limit on that, which is 610. Which is kind of a bummer, actually. Because I need lots more crew. And it looks like I'm up to a bed limit. I can get up to 11 more people with the 610. But let me sell the sulfur and the steel. And how are we going to fit more beds here? That is the question. I haven't really been super efficient with all of this. What I'm wondering is if I actually need to move the engines out a tile. And that will help a lot to give me one more tile of width in these areas. And I also could consider removing the inner-facing engines, but then I run into some issues. I already need more engine rooms, not less. So I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Let's try it. I've learned blueprint mode is definitely the better way to go. So I'm gonna move all of this stuff out a tile. And yeah, that's gonna break some things for a minute. I'll move this out a tile. And then I'll move this out a tile. And then that means we also need to move the shields out a tile. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Crap. Well, oh well. I keep hitting R for rotate. That gets me so often. R for remove. I don't know what the game designer was thinking. That's never a thing. R for remove? Come on. Come on, man. How does this even help me? I guess I can do that. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I can do this. There we go. Okay. There we go. Put a hallway there. That gets me up to 100. And then I can now fit quarters like this. And throw an airlock hatch right there. A door there. Really, the only door we need to the hyperdrive is directly across from the power. So far, so good. We're up to 112 possible peeps. And I guess the corridors only need to go to here. Technically, they don't even need to go to there because they can go through the corner. What could I put on the end here? Is there anything useful? Or here? I mean, we can make them... I think this is helpful. At least in a 5-tile long hallway, I think that's good. I could potentially put a huge thruster. That would help. I should be on mirror mode right now. I guess we'll do this. I don't know. And in a weird sort of way, that helps protect my storage bays even more, because there's like 2 layers of armor in this back corner. So I don't hate that. I do need to move these out from where they were before. And then, yeah, we'll just do a wedge there. Okay. Oh, we weren't on mirror mode for the... What do I do? It's like grab and then right click. That's what it is. See, to me, I feel like right click's gonna delete it. Now, should I allow access through here? Is there any reason I would need that? I don't think so. Just delete all these doors. It's an engine room for a reason. Okay, and they can access hopefully all the storage they would need to. Could be helpful to have one more door here. Potentially. Or there. I don't think they need to go in between these two. I think I'm liking this so far. That's obviously the wrong spot for that storage, because the parts, missile parts are going to be there. And same story here. We want the missile part access to be as close as possible to that. For shield charging, we want access directly across. I don't know why those were that way. We want to access direct route there. Those are still good. These crew members should probably be able to access that corner of the ship. I'm fine with more doors overall there. Okay, let's turn off the symmetry. Put a fire extinguisher over here. And where else can I fit a fire extinguisher? Feels like nowhere. I guess technically there. That will slow down my delivery of missile parts, though. Ah, here. There we go. That's a good spot. So we'll do 2 fire extinguishers there, and then I'll do ones next to this hallway. And then I will also throw in an airlock hatch by the storage rooms, which I didn't have before. And I have 3 squares that are just totally useless. I could fit more crew there, but maybe that's not good. I think I'm okay with this the way it is. Beautiful. And those huge thrusters should help a lot. So now I can hire 11 more crew. Beautiful. Which should help with battles. Make things go smoother. And hey, look, we got a pirate. Where's he coming? He's going sideways. Let's see what our new top speed is now that we have... Ooh, look at that. Holy crap. Heck yeah, 78 meters a second? That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's do this. So you have a medium reactor core right in the middle behind a lot of layers, a billion disruptors, so my shields are going bye-bye. And... I think I'm gonna try to get around the side and punch it into the reactor core. Let's see how that works. Okay. The approach, there goes all the disruptor fire, and shields are almost down already after all that. Yep, there go the shields. Trying to move sideways, but he's just turning, so that's not really working, but maybe... Wow. Up close and personal. Here come the missiles from the back. Did some damage to the thrusters, but not enough. Apparently we've got an Inquisitor ally with... Wow, that's a cool looking ship. Just a double prism in the middle, singles on the edge with some laser fire. Gosh, we've been disrupted. Oh, crap. Wow. I don't know if I would have been okay without help. All that freaking disruptor fire, man. Alright, well. As things come back online, 67 crew can go gather the remaining bits. And we should be able to repair. 2 diamonds needed. Crap. Okay. Well, we'll fly back over here to the barge. Okay, off to the next fight. Well, let's go to the signal first, see what's here. I'm also very curious what the level 9 pirate bases look like. Ooh, nice. Big carbon asteroid. That'll be some more diamonds. Go ahead and let the mining lasers do their thing. So each diamond is 20 carbon, so this is already 8 diamonds. Still not even close to done. So it ends up being each carbon is worth 100 once they're turned into diamonds. So this is 25k worth. 26. And that's if I sell it. Obviously, it's even better if I use the diamonds, because buying a diamond would be 2,400, 2,500? Something like that. So we'll go transfer resources to the barge. It's a cool looking ship. I gotta say, the ship design is really good. It makes me embarrassed. Where's the button? Transfer resources. So while I'm here, get that back up to 2,000. Steel. You end up using some when you repair. 224. Oops. 40 Hyperium. Initiate transfer. And then you can see they'll start delivering the carbon to the... Where's the diamond maker over here? So yeah, they're delivering carbon. You can see those little lights turning on and it spits out a diamond. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go... Renegade pack again. Should be easy enough to take out. Oh, there's uranium. Let's grab that. Okay, we'll take out this guy. We can finally catch up to enemies. When our max speed was in the 50s or low 60s, oftentimes we couldn't catch up with other ships, and if they were flying directly away from us, but now 78 meters a second, I think, is enough. Yeah. Ooh, crap, it's an Inquisitor. Alright, I'm gonna quick save, and we're gonna see if we can handle this bad boy. So we've already seen what it looks like when it was on our side. How best to take it out? I think if we carve it in half, which there's 6 shields defending. No, maybe we just take out one side or the other. Carving it in half could be good, but we have to take out 6 shields, and 2 disruptors help, but I don't know if they can handle 6 shields. Okay, missiles are gonna launch any moment. There they go. Okay, slow down, go to half speed. We'll go for the left side since that's the way they're facing. And they've got disruptors too. They're trying to take out the left side. Let's try to flank. Go in to the left here. So that right shield can soak up more fire. Okay, it looks like we're almost through. Come on, baby. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. This is scary. What's even happening? We're locked. We're locked in a death battle. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we're gonna punch through. There it goes. Nice. Woo! That was a little stressful. Alright. Gather it up, peeps. Hopefully we don't have an enemy run into us. Okay, repair requires 4 diamonds. Yep. We lost. What did we lose? Oh, 2 diamonds for the shield generators. Maybe the small shield generators weren't keeping up, or maybe we just didn't have enough power. I don't actually know. Okay. Well, I think it's time to get the heck out of here and repair. Rather than fight another baddie. Alright. Transfer. We'll just sell the steel. Oh, I always forget. I need to repair first and then transfer. There we go. Okay, and we'll take some more ammo, 224. Sell all the steel. So our ship is definitely meeting close to its match. Like, these are not just easy wins for me. That's for sure. And I'm guessing the guy that we just killed is a bounty for the other. Or no, that was the exploring pirate bounty. Which I'll find probably at the other station. I'm guessing the other station's that one? I don't know. More uranium. Uranium is valuable. So we'll grab it. Uh-oh. Nope. We left some peeps behind. Oh, yeah, speaking of, that ship was a high enough level we got more fame, so I actually can hire more crew, which will help. More crew means more people available to carry batteries, which means ideally shields stay up for longer, ion cannons stay manned better. So yeah, 7 more. 7 more crew should be helpful. Okay, well, you're next. Go ahead and quick save. I don't think I'm going to be able to take out the pirate base. I have no idea what it looks like. Curious. Okay, we do know we can take out a bastion. I'm gonna actually step back here and let's see if our point defenses can take out those EMP missiles. Because if we're moving backwards, that gives them more time. Can you take it out? Yeah, nice. Nice work. Okay, didn't take that one out. Youch. Youch, youch, youch. Okay. Why don't you actually target something? Speed things up here. Target the... Oh, shoot. Welp. There goes half the ship. We might not make it, folks. We might not make it. Holy crap. Oh, crap. They got the... Yep, we're dead. We're super dead. There it goes. Eagle 1 down. Eagle 1 down. Quick load. Okay. Interesting. So how do we figure out best way to fix this? Maybe more point defense, so we don't get hit by those crazy. Okay, run away. Yeah, let's run back to base. Okay, yeah, I mean, we struggled against that same ship last time. Makes sense it could defeat us on a good moment. So what we need is better point defense. And more armor? I don't really know how to fit more armor in here. But point defense can be extended like so. So I'm gonna do that. But the problem is fitting more armor, you can see it makes the shields not extend as far. So we can't just easily armor up. Maybe I'll armor up a little bit here. I was worried about the point defense shooting sideways, but that one seems okay. This do. Okay, that doesn't seem to affect. Does this? Yeah. Okay, so we'll put that there. A little bit more armor going. Yeah, so this point defense loses a lot of its firing angle, but these two are still fine. And then I'll move these forward. And heck, throw another one on the side, why not? And I feel like I almost need flak batteries, but I don't have a place to put them, unless I replace the whole point defense with a flak battery on the side. I fear the amount of crew I have is already not enough. This reactor's the real weak point. How can I do this better? I don't actually know. I mean, this'll help against the missiles, and that's it. My changes. Throw some armor on that corner. Every little bit helps, I think. Every little bit helps. You know what? That can actually be there. Just because they don't tend to need to fire backwards. And I have this guy, if that's necessary. What's the power? Let's see. Power capacity is 2. So that's 4 seconds of fire. So adding another one on the bottom there. Help guard against missiles that get around the side. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a decent change. I do think I'm going to do that. Get a little bit more firing angle back. Missiles that are coming towards the front. And that'll just have to be good enough, I guess. That is the downside of these big shields. You know, you can't put armor in front of them like you can with regular shields. Now, I could put armor here instead of crew. That is an option. And that would protect from shots, but really I need it in between the shield and the... Yeah, I don't know. I think this is the best I can do. Alright. Eagle 1, you have been slightly upgraded. Let's try again. I don't even know if we'll find the same guy to fight. I might as well grab a little bit of copper while I'm here. I'll need a bunch of coils later, but I've been selling coils, so it's probably... Nope, stop. Forgot a crew member. Probably not necessary. Alright. What do we got? Oh, the pack. Okay, the pack should be easy enough. Crown and Instigator, both pretty chill. A lot of cannons, but let's see if we can... I should probably add more missile launchers, too. Okay, got that. Now let's fire towards the middle of that. Taking some hits from the side, but we got those two. Okay, and then a couple more level 2s. Should be easy enough. Turn back around. We've got a bunch of point defense shooting now. Looks like actually enough point defense. It's hard to build a good ship. I think that's one of the things that's fun about this game. Is it's actually rewarding to design a ship. It's not like you can just make it however you want. Where you place things and how you engage in battles is really important. And I like that a lot. I like it. Okay. The other nice thing about having more crew is they can go gather all the pieces faster. Okay, got all that. Come over here. Oh, shoot! Oh, well, here we go. It's go time with my feared enemy. Just stay there. Let's see how this goes with all of my crew just having been fetching things. Where are the EVAs? I don't even see them flying around. Is that one of them? Okay, well, we have more point defense that are all missing. Come on, dudes. Blow it up. Oh, crap. Okay, they both missed. Come on. Okay, I think they ran out of juice. Oh, and we did a lot more damage to the... You know, I'm just gonna keep carving through here. I think... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is good strategy or not. But it seems all my extra point defense is helping, because those EMP missiles are getting blown up. Yeah, there we go. Cut part of the ship off. Come over here now. think we got this in the bag. Yeah. Nope, still not over. Come on. Oh, this stupid ship is in the way. Oh my gosh. LOL. Okay. Gather it all up. Repairs, light. My ship tends to be, you either don't have to repair anything or half the ship blew up. Or the whole thing, as you saw. Alright, well, I guess we didn't get to make railguns in this episode. Because, well, this ship was doing less stellar than I thought it would be. But I am excited to try to design a railgun ship, so I think we'll do that in the next episode. I think we have enough money and resources. I don't know, ships are pretty expensive. I'm gonna go... I also found out this is an asteroid belt. That's what that little dotted line is for, so you can just follow it around and find lots of valuable resources. So at one point I got like 1,000 copper doing this, which is pretty handy. Given that copper is valuable, it's an easy way to make some extra cash. As you can see, I've already got 79 copper. I tend to only go for the bigger asteroids, so that they're a little bit better. Like this one over here is a good one. It's chunky. Chunky boy. There we go. In fact, this is so chunky, I might not even have enough storage space for all of the copper. Yep. So, extra storage it is. Yeah, 2 mining lasers is a little slow sometimes, because it has to carve through all the other parts to get to the parts it wants to mine. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and hyper jump back to base. And then transfer, repair? No. Transfer. $224. 40 Hyperium. Just hand everything else over. Except the sulfur. Oh, that's not the station. There it is. Turn that in for 10,000. We can hire 2 more people, because one of the pirates we killed was extra. Sell the sulfur. Okay. And next episode, we will attempt building a railgun ship with hopefully we have enough funds. I'm actually curious, you know, what this costs. Let's save the ship design. Barring other resources being available, it would cost 740 grand. And I'm wanting my railgun ship to be roughly the same size, maybe a bit better. And considering I already have, you know, tons and tons of coils and tri-steel and diamonds and processors and enriched uranium, I'm hoping I won't need to purchase a lot of things. I will need to purchase a lot of steel. I'm guessing the ship in total uses a lot. Like, for example, we can just easily find out by doing this and this. Yeah, 7K steel to make this ship. But you can kind of see the total costs there. We should have enough enriched uranium if 64 was all we needed for this. Processors, plenty. Tri-steel is used in railguns, so we'll see about that. I should have enough of the other things. So how do we discard... How do I, like, undo blueprint changes? Discard modifications. There we go. Okay, well, I'm going to call it an episode there, but as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode.